Oh, hello everybody. It's close to 3 a.m. in the morning on Thursday, November 25. I somehow woke up due to insomnia. Last night I was thinking about like what could I try to check to see if I can solve the noise issue that my car has. Um, and I think I have an idea of like what I need to change, which is um, the caliper mount, which is where the brake pads are go, and then also the pins, make sure they are more flowing. Because I could have There could be the case that the reason why there's a little bit of a noise, because I really feel like when they check the car, they probably hear the noise, so they're assuming that it's probably the parking brake. But the parking brake, I tested it last yesterday, and it's working fine. It doesn't make sense to me that they have the parking brake is hanging up, because it's not hanging up. I I'm really questioning the technician's recommendation, and the problem is like I barely have money, and I don't want to get stuck into paying like 820 something for something that might be unnecessary at this point with the car. And I know that my car is getting old, and that also worries me, because if my car gets like too old and that I have to junk it, I will have to get a new car, and I don't have a new money to even afford a new car. So um, I'm I'm stressed out about this, especially because I need the car to be able to get to work. I work in a place where me getting to work, I will have to take two buses every day to get to work. Uh, Actually three, because the bus actually doesn't go all the way to Walmart, so I have to like, and the bus that actually gets to Walmart doesn't work that frequently either, which is a sad part. Especially on weekends, the bus is really unreliable. So by the time I get out, the bus probably is not running, which is not good. So yeah, I'm a little bit stressed out about that. And then also I feel like the holidays begin to hit me. I'm by myself pretty much, and I mean last year I was by myself, but like I got lucky. A friend of mine decided to. Um, I was able to get some food from a friend of mine. Um, Pick up some food. But this year I think I've even forgot to purchase enough food for tomorrow and today. I know that the supermarket is not going to be open at all, so I cannot. I don't have any enough food supplies today. I have some food here that I can eat, so that shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I don't have a lot of food. I have a bunch of snacks. I'm probably going to go through the snacks that I have. So, but yeah. But the whole situation about the car is stressing me out. So that is that is the thing that is keeping me awake right now. Because I sometimes wish I had a garage to be able to work on my car, and I don't have a garage. So yeah, being an adult is not easy, honestly. Like, yeah, the car issues are one of those things that I like really depressing, especially when you don't have a lot of money. Like, because cars are machines. Um, or when you have a car that is like, because my car is a weird one, even though it's like a cheap car, and it's still a weird one. I have a Fiat 500 for those that don't know. So it's finding parts on the Fiat. It's really tough. There are not many places that carries the part. So like I have to go to getting the parts through the dealership, and in the dealership they charge me like twice as much as if I were to go to a different um try try a different auto part. Like I think they wanted to charge me for a wheel speed sensor like $200, and I got lucky. I was able to find an advanced auto for less than that. But I still have to wait for the part because I have to order the parts. I have to wait almost about a week to get the part. So that's the problem with my car, which means that when things like this happen, where they tell me like, "Oh, you need to replace this," I'm like, "Fudge," because I know that I will have to probably wait for the car, and that was the stress of the situation. Because I have tried to take my car for inspection earlier in November, not wait until the last minute, but I was, like I said, I mentioned I already had a check engine light on, caused by an ambient temperature sensor, and I had to replace that first, but I did not have money to buy the passenger rear view mirror assembly that has the um, ambient temperature sensor. So I had to wait a little bit for that, and then now it hit me that I should have done that earlier. But again, the situation was not having enough money to be able to afford that. So, and now I'm really stressed out about the fact that I need to make sure that the car passes inspection soon, or I won't be able to drive the car without risking possibly getting stopped by a cop and getting ticket. Ticket is not helpful. So I I I don't know. And I'm feeling like the whole 40-hour work week, like it's not for a single person, because like I have to work on Friday. I have to work tomorrow because of Black Friday, and then I'm free on the Saturday, and I also have to work on Sunday. So like Saturday, I don't know how many places are going to be open for inspection. So that's the thing. Um, if I could find a place to go on Saturday, tomorrow, but tomorrow I have to go to work, and at work they when you are using your phone for other purposes, you have people like tell you that, hey, get back to work, and it's like fuck. So I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed out right now, and I don't know. I just don't know how I'm going to get out of this one, because like I don't want to spend $825 or 831 bucks for calipers. Plus, it's getting outside, cold outside, so working outside my car, it's it's a miserable job. It's really miserable because of the cold weather. I wish I had a car garage, but I do not have a garage in my apartment complex. Um, and I wish sometimes I had a house, but again, a house is an expense, so I cannot afford a house because they're expensive. Will have to take a gigantic loan to be able to afford a house, and I cannot do that. So I'm stressed, and then I'm also having to deal with. I have to write a response um, for a debt collector lawsuit. So I have to deal with that too. I have to do that today and tomorrow. Besides that, otherwise I'm going to get a judgment for a debt that 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 I owe of a credit card, because that credit card, the the debt collector company that got the credit card, they like to file lawsuits against people. So, oh, jeez, this is just stressful. So, like, if I get a judgment on that, then I will have money having to go into that debt collection. And like I said, like I've been struggling financially for the past few years, and it's just ridiculous. And mostly the struggle have been caused because wages haven't been too high for me in the past few years. I, like, and that's something that I noticed. Like the wages, yes, I have a job, but like the wages that they're paying me is so low and so garbage that you can barely afford. Like Like one time I was working a job a few years ago. I was working a job that I was only getting paid 10.50 an hour, and I was like, and it was like semi full time, but it was part time actually. They come put me full time, and I was barely making ends meet. Like I was struggling making rent, and I was struggling making the car payments, and and it seems that now I feel like I'm making earning enough money that I can afford pay my rent and my car payments, but like I can't believe I'm still struggling. Like especially like getting hit was like, oh, I need to fix certain things in the car, but I don't have the budget for that, and I'm like, fudge. So yeah, it's definitely stressful, and it's it's upsetting. Honestly, it's really upsetting. Um, I just wish life was a little bit easier to an extent when it comes to like money, money troubles, because like it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. Like when you have to struggle and decide, oh, should I feed myself, or should I spend money on fixing my car so I can get to work? Like it's not fair. Um, like $125. That's a lot of money for to fix something in a car. Like 825, like I mentioned, like that is almost half my whole paycheck. That is so close to my whole paycheck. And next week I have to come up with the rent money, and I get paid every 2 weeks. So it's like if I spend money on the car, I wouldn't be able to afford rent. It's stupid. It's and even if I pay for the car, and even if somebody give me part of money to be able to afford rent, I will not have money to buy food. That's the part that fucking makes me angry. Like it's either way I'm screwed, and I don't have a credit card that I can use because I don't like having credit cards after dealing with the last credit card that I used, that ma- getting that card max out, and getting that card going into collections. Like I don't want to use credit cards at all. So um yeah, so I am I am struggling, and I just don't know what else to do. I really don't. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this one. I hope I can figure something out because December I have two shows in the first week of December, so I need to fix the issue with the car um soon. I really have to. Um, I really have to. Yeah, I need to decide this weekend. Like there's this weekend, and if not this weekend, by next Monday I have to have this done. So like that's the pressure that I have. Like I need to do this before December ends. So uh, that is why I feel like I'm stressed out, because I don't have a lot of time to deal with the situation, and it's like, what do I do? Where do I go from here? So I think I'm going to see if I can take the car to a different place and talk to them and see and get a second opinion, because it really doesn't make sense to me. Um, so I'm going to see if I can get a second opinion tomorrow or Saturday before I even do anything with my car. Um, and but damn it, it's just upsetting. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Good night.